right is right. Guys, one more time for Robbie Stevenson and Don Stevenson. He's hilarious. Guys, are you ready for the last act of the night? Put your hands together for Helen and Michael Kolberg!
Thank you. Oh, they're right. You can't see anything. Perfect. Perfect. Anyways, I'm Michael's mom. How are you? I could say Brazil. That worked earlier. Anyways, I was really surprised Michael asked me to come and do this because he and his sister always tell me I'm the world's worst storyteller. So anyways, I apologize up front. Anyways, I was also trying to figure out what kind of stories I was going to tell you, and I realized I must have been very sleep deprived when my children were young because couldn't remember very many stories. Anyways, I did think of one. So we were found out, my husband Mark and I found out we were expecting our second child, Katie. And, we were trying to figure out how we were going to tell Michael that he was going to be a big brother. And so one day, it was Saturday morning, we were still in bed, he crawled in with us and we said, Michael, guess what? You're going to be a big brother. And he went, oh, wow, okay. And I said, so what do you think, Michael? And he said, well, I'm going to teach her the rules. I went, what do you mean the rules? Like we were surprised. We didn't know we had any rules. He's like 2.5, 3. No idea we had any rules. Then the other surprise was he must have been up late at night watching David Letterman because he had 10 rules. So it's time for the top 10 list. Top 10 rules Michael would teach his baby sister. Number 10, no pushing. Okay, it's 3, if that's okay. That makes sense. No pushing. Number 9, no talking to people who are acting strange. That makes sense. You can talk to strangers as long as they're, making sense. Okay. Number 8, no playing with sticks that are longer than your arm. This is key. This is key, because if not, somebody could lose an eye, right? Absolutely. Number 7, no parties without asking mom and dad first. Okay, it's 3. Like he must be planning for their teenage years or something. Like he must, I don't know, I'm not sure. Number 6, no running with scissors. Classic rule for kids, absolutely. Number 5, no drinking and driving. Again, it's either pre-planning or another sign of bad parenting that you're not sure. Number 4, no getting treats without asking. Yeah, classic. Number 3, no going into the basement without mom or dad. Okay, our basement wasn't finished. It was kind of a scary place. That made a lot of sense when you were 3. Number 2, another classic, no standing at the bottom of the stairs and yelling up for mom or dad. Mom! Dad! No. Okay, and the number 1 rule that Michael would teach his baby sister, please. No asking dad for something when mom has already said no.
My mom, everybody, give it one. She taught me that too. My mom was the captain of the boat racing team in college. She taught me that. You know what boat racing is? Yeah, some people know, some people have had fun. Boat racing is a drinking game where you start drinking at one end, and then, so you gotta chug your beer, and the next guy's gonna chug his beer, and the third guy chug his beer, and then my mom was at the end, she was the anchor of the boat racing team. She would chug her beer, and then she would chug another beer, and then they'd go back. My mom crushed that game. Shout out to my mom. Hi guys, hey, time, Mikey. This is the best show of all time, is it not? Oh my God, all the moms and dads are so funny. And we love you so much. At the back, every time a parent would come up in the back, we'd just be like, oh! And you guys raised us right because here we are living our dreams and just having the best time. That was a little sarcastic, but also true. Also true. Oh my God, I love my mom so much. The only problem with my mom is that she's too nice. You guys notice that? She was trying to roast me and she was just like saying nice things about me. She was like, he was a good boy. He was very good. That's my mom's problem. She's too nice. So, and this is a perfect example. I live actually right down the street from my parents. I live like very close by. It's like kind of like an Everybody Loves Raymond thing going on, but without the ethnic flair. Right? Very waspy. It's fine. But I live just down the street, and so I do my laundry there because it's easy, and I'm 29 years old. Who gives? Fuck off. But so one day I called her up. I just to give her a heads up. I was like, "Hey, Mom, what's up? I'm gonna swing by the house. Gonna do some laundry, right?" I'm sure she was gonna be super proud, and she was like, "Oh, that's great. Oh, that's so great. Do you need a ride? I'll come pick you up. Do you need a ride?" I was like, "Mom, I live 2 blocks away. Of course I need a ride. Have you ever picked up a basket of laundry? 2 flights of stairs. That's my max. Ride." And so I found that even just like calling or texting has gotten like, it's not efficient enough, right? Like so I had my mom sign up as a driver on Uber. So now she's on the app just competing with other neighborhood moms. It's a great system. I think though, if there's one complaint I have, I was raised like it was amazing. Like I had the best childhood. It was so great. Thank you, Mom and Dad. It was so good. Like honestly, thank you so much. But if there's one complaint I have is that I was maybe raised too soft. You know what I mean? Like I was surrounded by my mom and like other like wonderful women, like babysitters and like godparents, like who were the best like influences. All these wonderful women who like raised me to be like, express my emotions and like, sort of be compassionate, like all these like great features that they raised me with. But I just think, and like my dad is the best, but he was never strict enough, right? Like I feel like I'm just a little too soft. Like if only I'd had some sort of like uncaring male presence in my life, I could have been an athlete. You know what I mean? Like if only I'd had some asshole dad, I could have been like a professional killer or something. That's what I feel like I'm missing in my life. No, I do come from a little bit of privilege though. Like we're very lucky, right? I can tell. I know you guys can tell that by looking at me. I know. I know you guys are surprised my mom's not a senator. I look like I belong on stage at an election night victory party. Yeah. Just like hugging the curtain, just like, yay. The vehicular manslaughter charges just went away. It just went away. I know that's what I look like, I know. But it's a weird thing to be like have privilege in this era right now. It's like it's great, but it's also like it's weird, like because it's very palpable with Donald Trump as the president, right? You know what I mean? It's like it's very like you really notice it, right? Like you can tell how privileged you are based on how you're afraid you're gonna die. Yeah. Actually, yes, you know, right? You can tell where you stand based on what you're afraid of, right? Because like with Donald Trump, I'm afraid of the nukes. Right? Yeah. Nuclear war. He's in charge of sending those off. That's what scares me about him, right? I'm afraid like he's gonna be in the Oval Office, right? Like bored. Just like kind of wishing he was still on TV, right? Spinning around in his chair. Like he's a guest judge on The Voice, right? Spins around, hits the red button, launches the nukes. That's what scares me. I'm scared of the nukes with Donald Trump. But I realize that makes me very privileged, right? Like because like other people are afraid of more like immediate dangers. Like black people in America are afraid they're gonna like shot by the police, right? Like Muslims are afraid they could be like killed in like a hate crime, right? I'm afraid, I guess, that if we all die, I'll be there too. So I'll probably be okay. I'll probably be fine. Who am I kidding? I'm like a Saudi prince. I'm untouchable. Everybody hates me, but no one's coming for me. That's great. White privilege. You should try it. go. Thank you. It's tough. It's tough to be. It's hard. It's hard to come up right do this. Like it's hard to be a straight white male comedian. It is. No, it's not. It's not. It's so easy. I have the easiest side. It's hard to with being a white dude right now. The hard thing is to know how you're supposed to behave. You know what I mean? You have a lot of people telling you what not to do. Understandable. We're doing a lot of shitty things. But you don't have a lot of people showing you how to do it right. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of good role models out in the world, in pop culture. Like my dad, great role model. Hi, Dad. Hi. For the purpose of the joke, though, let's just pretend that I don't know you. It's hard to find really good role models, to how you're supposed to behave. And I'm always looking. So I've resorted even to just looking at people in public. Are you someone I could emulate? Is this a way I could live? How are you doing it, right? I saw this guy, he was a pilot, right? I could tell he was a pilot because he was dressed like a pilot. He had the suit, he had the hat and everything. He had a little mustache. He looked like Sully. You guys remember Sully? Sully, that Tom Hanks movie, he landed the plane on the river, Sully. He looked just like him. He had the mustache. And for a second I thought it maybe was Sully. It was downtown Toronto. I guess he just got off the subway station, right? He had he had one of those rolly suitcases. I was like, is that Sully? And I was looking at him, I was like, is that him? Is this a man I could be? But then I watched as he was crossing the street, he got his rolly suitcase stuck in the streetcar tracks and he dropped it. And I was like, oh, that's not Sully. No way, that guy has the cool temperament to be Sully. If this guy was up in the plane when the birds hit the engine, he would have done 9/11 by accident. It was not Sully. So I kept looking. I know, but I think I have a lead on maybe somebody who could be a good role model. I saw this 10-year-old kid on the street. He was on his scooter with his friend, right? They were just powering down the street and coming towards me, and I was like, these kids are cool. But then it was just starting to drizzle, and the one kid turned to his friend, the cool one, and the kid turned to his friend, and he's like, oh, I think it's starting to rain. And then the cool one said, who cares? Isn't that amazing? I think it's starting to rain. Who cares? I guess me, because I'm a little bitch. I don't know. This kid was so cool. I'm gonna follow him to the ends of the earth. He's so confident. He doesn't care about the elements or other people. He's just doing what he wants to do. You could be walking with a full-grown man. You could be with an ultimate fighting champion. And you could say, oh, I think it's starting to rain. And he would say, oh, we shouldn't go out. This kid said, who cares? That was amazing. I love that. I'll say one more thing before I go. My mom is the best, but Mom, I'm going to say something that might get me disowned right now from the family. I hope that's okay. It's a great time to get hot takes off your chest. You guys have hot takes? You have a hot take? A bad opinion? Do you have one? Maybe you've noticed this on Facebook. Somebody that's opinions not so popular, right? Somebody you thought you knew, and then they start posting a lot, and you're like, I didn't know you at all. I don't want to know you anymore. How do I know you? It's a great time, though, to get bad opinions off your chest, because, again, Donald Trump's the president. He's going to say something tomorrow, and everyone's going to forget what you said yesterday. So I'm going to do that now. This is maybe not going to be popular, but I have to say it. I feel like I have to say it. I don't care if a coyote eats your dog. Oh, I don't care. Oh, coyote ate your dog? Who gives a shit? Get a better dog. This is on you for picking a shitty dog. You picked the wrong dog. Right? Thank you. Some people are on board. Other people are like, not baby. Not my baby. No, it's your fault. This is why we got dogs. This is why we domesticated dogs. To protect us from the wild dogs. Yeah. And you got some shitty dog who can't do that for you. Yeah. And I'm not saying don't get that dog, just don't leave them in the backyard to fend for themselves. They can't handle it. This happens all the time in Toronto, by the way. This happens all the time. If you watch CP24, you'll see this. If you're in a Greek restaurant, just look up. Yeah. And you'll see a headline that says something like, an Etobicoke woman is outraged after a coyote broke into her backyard and ate her little Yorkie puppy named Gucci. And I see this headline and I think, good. Yeah. Justice, right? That's what you get for naming your dog after a purse. This is the natural order of things. This is the world taking care of itself, right? It's a dog-eat-dog world. And this is your fault for getting a shitty little dog and leaving it in your backyard. Like, they want, like, this woman on the news, she's like, she wants, like, the police or, like, I don't know, dog catchers, like, around every corner. She's like, I think we need, but then it was your choice to move out into the middle of nowhere. As we all know, coyote territory, right? And then you go, and then you go to your backyard, which is a ravine, by the way, and you just start throwing bait back there, small animals. That's what they eat. This is your fault. That's like if you left a bunch of honey in your rabbit's den, and then you're surprised when a Pooh Bear gets stuck in the front door. That's a Winnie the Pooh joke. I should have warned you about that. It was coming. Okay, guys, thank you very much. My name's Michael Kolberg. Give it up one more time for my mom, Helen Kolberg. Thank you.
One more time for Mike and Helen Kolberg, guys. Guys, I had a coyote that ate my cosmetics. I'm not lying. I was camping, and then I think Sephora sent the coyote just for me to have to buy everything again. Guys, this is our show. Thanks a lot for coming. Put your hands together for all the moms and dads. Thank you very much for doing that. I hope you're proud of your kids. Guys, follow Camille Cote on Facebook, and then you get notifications or when the next show will happen, because it will. So thanks a lot for coming.